In this part, we're going to create the elements that we're going to use to layer our paint and details over our metal texture. And the first thing we want is a rounded rectangle. Make sure that we have the radius set to 20 degrees. And we want to start around half a centimeter in and down from the top left corner and drag down to the right hand corner, making it half a centimeter from the right and from the bottom. Doesn't have to be exact, but that's probably close enough. And then we're going to rasterize that layer. Next, we're going to make a copy of that layer, and we're going to scale this one down. So we're going to go to Edit, Transform, Scale, and we're going to knock it down to about 70%. And press the tick. So we now have a big rounded rectangle and a smaller one. Next, we're going to create a new layer. Next, we want to make some vertical stripes. So we're going to use our marquee tool, and we're going to make 1 centimeter width stripes with a gap of 1 centimeter between each one. And to do that, remember to click on Add to Selection there, and then we create another strip. One there. You don't need to be too exact for this. One there, and one there. Then we want to fill it in. We want to fill it in with solid color. So we have to create a new layer and fill that in with our foreground color. Next, we want to rotate these strips so that they are 45 degrees. So we go to Edit, Transform, Rotate, and type in 45 and press the tick. We're just going to hide these layers underneath for the moment, because what we're going to do is we're going to make a copy of this layer. You can just do that by clicking and dragging the layer down over the new layer icon, and it'll make a new copy. And we want to move that one over to the edge there, and we want to make another copy, so we'll click, make sure it's highlighted, drag it down onto the new layer icon, and then drag it down, just so that the strips cover the entire width of the image. And then to connect these up, we're going to highlight that one, press Ctrl and click on the two above so that they're all highlighted. Go to Layer and Merge Layers. So now we have our metal, we have a rounded rectangle, we have a smaller rounded rectangle, and we have some stripes. Next, we want to add a bit of text. So just for positioning, I'm going to click on the small rectangle. I'm going to go to Text, make sure it's on horizontal type, and I'm just going to put in a simple number. I'm going to put in 7. I'm going to put that there. If your text is too small, then just scale it up using the Edit Transform Scale, and make sure you get it around this size and in about that position in the bottom right of your small rectangle. And then we're going to rasterize the type. Doesn't matter about the colors. This is just to give us something to use for our paint layers. So now we've got everything we want. It's now time to go on to the next part where we're going to use these elements to add the paint on top of the metal.